Hi everybody, it is Nat and welcome to another reading vlog. Today I am again reading a Gregor novel, and that is Gregor and the Curse of the Warmbloods by Suzanne book 3 in the Gregor the Overland series. I have been loving rereading this series. It was one of my favorite series as a kid, and so I'm just so happy to finally be able to reread them. I'm about, let's see, 205 pages in, so I'm a little late starting this video, but it's fine. But so far this book, the third book, is about Gregor. He has this new prophecy of blood, and so you've had the prophecy of Grey, the prophecy of Bane, and now you have the prophecy of blood. And so he's had this prophecy for a few months, and then eventually he gets summoned down to the Overland, and they're like, oh, there's this big curse, and Ares is dying, so you have to come and help save him. And so then Gregor, Boots, and his mom all go down to the Underland to just attend a meeting about the plague and stuff. But then his mom ends up getting sick, and so Gregor and Boots end up going on this quest to find the cure to the Vineyard of Eyes. And so that's pretty much what is just happening so far. They're at the Vineyard of Eyes right now, and so what am I on? Page 205, I think I said? Yeah, 205. And so I just read that Mange just got eaten by one of the scary plants. Nothing really too intense so far has happened besides just Mange just getting eaten by the plant. Of course there's his mom and Ares with the plague, but besides that they've really just kind of been traveling. And so Mange getting eaten is the first big thing that happened recently, and I'm just oh, it's so funny the way it's written, because it's just Gregor's oh, the plant ate her, and all I can see is his tail sticking out. I'm just oh jeez. But yeah, really good so far. I really like Frill. She's the giant lizard person. I don't know, I feel I always I like the creatures that don't talk, because I love Temp. I don't think I liked Temp as much when I was a little kid reading through it, but this time reading through it, I love Temp. Temp, Ares, and Rip Red are my absolute favorites. I love all of them. Just how Temp is always looking after Boots. I'm just you're so sweet. And in this one, Gregor is kind of being a little annoying, rude brat. I feel he's always been a pretty good character, but I don't know, I forget if it has to do with his whole Rachel thing, or if it's just him, but he's kind of yeah, being rude and a brat in this book. He keeps mouthing off to everybody, and I was dude, calm yourself. But it's still really good so far. Oh, I forgot also, they just lost all of their food because of all the poisonous frogs almost got Boots, so that was fun and exciting and really terrible. So they have no food, and that's why Gregor and Mange and Lapblood went out to look for food, even though they don't know what the heck they're doing. But yeah, so I feel not that this one is slower than the rest, I feel they're all pretty much the same pace, but I feel not as many action-y big things have happened, because I feel we've really just been traveling for a while, and I don't know, I only have a third left, and I really feel they've just been traveling. I mean, the frogs, Mange getting eaten, and the plague, those are the three main things that has happened, and the frogs and Mange just happened, and the plague happened at the beginning. So there's a long stretch of travel there, but still really good. I remember loving this one as a little kid. I might even said this one was my favorite, but I don't know, this one, it's not I still really love it, but I definitely don't think I'd say it's my favorite right now. But I feel I really loved this one as a kid, so maybe I'm just kind of forgetting what more happens. But I think the first one's probably my favorite, and then I really enjoyed reading the Prophecy Bane, and I'm really enjoying this one too. But yeah, so okay, I'm gonna get back to reading, and I will catch you guys in another clip. Okay, so I just finished Gregor and the Curse of the Warmbloods last night, and it was so good. Also, I'm back home at my parents' house. If you guys can't tell, little new background for these videos. But yeah, I finished this last night, and again, it was so good. I feel the endings are always so amazing in these books. I feel I mean, it's great, and then all of a sudden you get to the ending, and it's what? I totally forgot, so, okay, I kind of forget where I last talked. I think maybe it was the quicksand. But anyway, so, yeah, Gregor and Rip Red and Lapblood were all drowning in the quicksand, and then Luxa came and saved them, and surprise, she's alive. And so then they went and healed Aurora, and I do remember that. And I think it's so funny, as I'm reading this, I'm realizing that there's like a bunch of things that like as a little kid I learned from this book and thought I was like so cool for knowing. Like I remember I knew what echolocation was, and I knew like what quicksand was, and I knew what like a dislocated shoulder was and how to fix it. I thought it was like the coolest thing when I was a little kid, because like I know all these things like you guys don't, but I think it was so cool. But anyway, so yeah, that happened, and then Luxa's like was all mad and stuff, but she comes around eventually, and I still like Luxa. I definitely did not remember her at all as like a brat, but she's like hardly ever nice, I feel like, but I still like her. But then they made it to the Star Shade, and the ants came, and I totally forgot that even happened at all. Like I knew so when I was reading in the beginning, I knew Naviv was like there's something bad about her, but I could not remember. And then like the ants came, and I was like, oh what? And then they put it together that Naviv started the cure, or the plague. And I was like, what? Like I definitely totally forgot about that. So that was like fun rereading that again. And I always like how like at the end the prophecies kind of just like come together. I think that's always neat. And I do remember like when I was littler, I would try and like memorize all of the prophecies, which it's fun to remember it. So I finally finished this one. So yeah, I still can't decide which one my favorite is. I don't know. I'll have to think about it and get back to you guys. This was a really good one, but I feel like the ending was like really, really good, but as far as like whole books, it wasn't the best. But like also I don't know, because I love them all. Like I'm giving them all 5 out of 5 stars. But yeah, okay. Enough just like random gushing. I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll have a new video up soon. Bye.